I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Hey, this is Matt. Once again, we're about to another video, and this is another paid request, this time from I Hate Facebook. And for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, feel free to send them either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is for Scream Blacula Scream. Now, I did see the first Blacula. I remember not minding it. William Marshall does a wonderful job playing the character of Blacula. He has this presence to him that fits very well for the title character. The setup of the film is somehow people got his bones. I don't know how the hell they got Blacula's bones, but they did. So this guy who wants the leadership of this family, but he doesn't get it, so he's pissed. So he decides to do this ritual, voodoo ritual. Blacula comes back, bites the guy's fucking neck, first to be turned, and then starts working for Blacula. I recognize the guy. The character's name is Wilson, but the actor's name is Richard Lawson. Willis. Why do I keep saying Wilson? The character's name is Willis. Yeah, I don't know why I keep saying Wilson. Richard Lawson, who's quite a bit of fun in this, he was in Poltergeist. He was one of the doctors, Dr. Ryan Mitchell. He's the guy in Poltergeist who, when they're trying to get Carol Ann, he's on the other end with the rope. Oh, I got the tennis ball, I got it. That's Richard Lawson, the parapsychologist, one of them. And he's in this. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I knew I recognized him from something. And he's fun. You can let me tell you something, bitch. Or, yeah, man, I love that bitch, Lisa. Or he's talking tough and as if he's going to stand up to Blacula, but he doesn't. Again, he's a lot of fun. I almost wish he was the lead. Even if this kind of attitude where he's an anti-hero, I do wish he was the lead. Again, even in an anti-hero, kind of like what you would have with James Woods and John Carpenter's Vampires. Only, A, he's black instead of James Woods white, and you know, it's in the 70s. But he's working with Blacula now. William Marshall does another wonderful job as the title character, because like I said, he's got a nice gentlemanly presence, but he's also got the intensity filled in. There's a point where he threatens Richard Lawson's character, going, "Try anything with me again, I will slice into your chest and pull your worthless life out of it." He sells it. He sells it well. And there's a prestigious aura to William Marshall. He made these films work. He really did. If nothing else worked, at least he made them work fairly well. And like I said, it's nice to have Pam Grier, if I didn't say before, Pam Grier's in this as our female lead, who ultimately tries to help William Marshall perhaps do a voodoo ritual to perhaps make him human again. An interesting idea to invoke the voodoo rituals with Dracula. That's not really a typical thing, but it was interesting to see that type of uniqueness in a Dracula film. Because in voodoo and Dracula, those things don't really mix a whole lot that I remember. So it's interesting to see something a bit different. And also that William Marshall, despite being a bad guy, it's a noble thing to want to break the curse. There are fun moments in this, the way people act. Again, where after he turns Richard Lawson's character, one of the first things he goes on about is he's going to get ready for a party. How do I look? And he looks in the mirror and there's no reflection. And he gets so pissed and bummed. Oh, shit. I can't see myself in the mirror. Shit, man. Shit. I got to see my face. He's a lot of fun. He's pretty entertaining. And Pam Grier gets involved because he being Blacula goes to this party where there's these African collection exhibit being held. And Pam Grier happens to be there with her hubby, this guy named Justin, who owns the collection. He's also an ex-cop. The guy who plays Justin, the lead, he's pretty boring. Obviously he's the weakest part of the film because he's just so milquetoast. He's just so bland. Even his dialogue delivery, there's no strength to it. Like, no wonder he quit being a cop, because no one would take him seriously if he's trying to beat someone down or interrogate someone. The Richard Lawson guy who plays Willis, he was a lot more fun. He would have been better. Someone else, or just have Pam Grier by herself, or have Pam Grier be a former cop. Then it really would be a predecessor to Vampire in Brooklyn. That's a lot better than Vampire in Brooklyn. God, just Vampire in Brooklyn, it literally made me spill. My drink jumped out of my fucking cup because I said Vampire in Brooklyn. The water doesn't even want to be near me. Or it wants to spit in my face. My cup literally spit in my face because I said the words Vampire in Brooklyn. Don't spit in my face again, please, cup. I promise I will not invoke Vampire in Brooklyn ever again. Fucking hell. You know a movie's bad when the cup spits at you. Vampire in Brooklyn. Okay, good. This is better than that. At least this has a scene where two pimps go up to Blacula. They call him the word that rhymes with maggot. But it starts with an F. We'll kick your ass. And William Marshall's, your ass for kicking my ass. Well, give careful consideration before trying. You made a slave of your sister? Because they're pimps. Your slaves imitating your slave masters. Which is a pretty deep cut against these motherfuckers. And he fucks them up. He fucks these pimps up. I never thought I'd hear myself say Blacula fucking up pimps. But that's what happens. And again, at least the plot itself was interesting enough to go in the direction of Blacula wanting to have a cure. And using the voodoo, and Pam Grier makes this voodoo doll of Blacula to try to help it out. Meanwhile, her hubby, the cop, this other guy, and random cops raid the mansion, because by this point they've racked up a couple vampires, as in Blacula and... Why do I keep wanting to call him Willis? They've garnered up a bunch of vampires. And pretty much cops either killing vampires or they're getting their ass killed. I wish we had a better lead than this Justin guy. Hell, put fucking Kolchak the Night Stalker in there. I mean, put Richard Pryor. That'd be cool. I would love to see that. Richard Pryor as a vampire hunter. That would be perfect. Have Richard Pryor act like Eddie Murphy in The Golden Child. Only R-rated. Man, this motherfucker tried to suck me. Suck this! You know. If you had Richard Pryor as the lead, this would be a fucking grade A movie. Have him be the lead. I'm sure there's or have a badass motherfucker get Jim Brown or hell get Fred Williamson. There you go, get Fred Williamson. Fred Williamson versus William Marshall, Blacula. I'd see that movie. Fred Williamson, get a badass motherfucker like that to kick vampire ass. I'd see that. He later did him From Dusk Till Dawn. Come on, sex machine, ripping hearts out and putting pencils in it. Well, actually, he didn't do that sex machine. Tells me he threw his ass. But the other vampire before, come on, punches a heart out. Fred Williamson, he knows how to take care of vampires, so let him do it a few decades before. But get someone as a better lead. This guy's just fucking bland. But it goes at a good pace. It's that fun gimmick of 70s blaxploitation mixed in with a horror vampire movie where William Marshall is very sophisticated amidst all the 70s blaxploitation vibe. And Pam Grier, beautiful to look at. And not a bad actress either. Whether it be in Coffee, whether it be in Foxy Brown, or Jackie Brown, whichever movie you may pick. Pam Grier's always I see Pam Grier. I always forget she was in Above the Law with Steven Seagal. I always forget that. Yeah, because I believe she played Steven Seagal's partner in that. I think Don Mitchell, that's the name of the lead guy who plays Justin. So some vampires get killed. Blacula gets pissed, starts killing some cops. Spoiler alert. Spoilers starting now. Spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. The ending is a bit weird because, okay, Pam Grier sees that he's murdering cops and goes, well, fuck you. I'm not helping you anymore. Fine, I'm going to kill your boyfriend. She stabs the voodoo doll. He screams. I'm assuming he dies. But I say I assume because he's screaming and then the freeze frames on his, freeze frame on his face. And then I'm going, I guess he died? Or did he just get knocked the fuck out? I mean, he's being stabbed by the voodoo doll. I guess he died, but we don't see him disintegrate. We don't see him explode. We don't see him go as a mist or sand or no concrete death. It's just freeze frame of screaming. I'm like, for all I know, he screams, he throws something, hits Pam Grier in the shoulder and takes the voodoo doll and leaves, or something else happens. I don't know if they're trying to be ambiguous. I don't know. Or maybe just artsy-fartsy with it. I don't know, but I would say I like the ending a bit more in Blacula because it was more definitive. And yeah, as for which movie I like more, I don't know because I remember the lead being a bit better in the first film than this Don Mitchell Justin guy. On the flip side, this has Pam Grier. And yeah, I do like Richard Lawson as Willis. And yeah, I wish he was the lead. I didn't. Keep that bit of that persona be an anti-hero. That'd be interesting. And like I said, William Marshall really sells his role. He wasn't phoning it in. He has the posture, the dignity of Dracula. Even though it's a goofy name, Blacula, because that's what Dracula, who's a dickhead. Not only is he a vampire, but he's racist. In the first movie, gave him the name Blacula. And when you say, okay, it's a silly notion just because of the name, but William Marshall plays it serious, and he's not winking every 5 minutes, and gives a good performance. So at the very least, you have that going for it. The music, weirdly enough, for a 70s movie, I don't remember the music that well. Whether that's good or bad, that's up to you if you ever see it. It's for free on YouTube. That's how I saw it. It was for free on YouTube. And like I said, if you like blaxploitation movies and if you like the first Blacula movie, sure, it's worth a watch. You do a lot worse. A lot worse. The vampires. You want to see worse, to watch vampires with a Z at the end. This at least is some tish fun with the whole look and setting and all that stuff. And people, like, there's a pretty decent effect for the time of Blacula turn into a bat. I mean, for the time, it didn't look too bad. And then some guy's watching it, and he stumbles as the bat flies away, and then he turns and goes, shit. So moments like that made me laugh, and it was fun for what it was. Doesn't change the game, but it's entertaining for what it is. At the very least, a time waster. So with that said, shit. See you guys later. Bye-bye.